Here's a review I never thought would be on my channel, but thanks to loyal subscribers like No Effort Randomness, here we go.
T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I am reviewing Injustice Gods Among Us Doomsday from Storm Collectibles. Yeah, I think this came out a while ago. I haven't been keeping track, but let's get it open. Alright, here he is out of the box, and yeah, this is a good figure, but one of the things that's supposed to enhance the figure is also a hindrance. These blood effects, it does not come with that. No Effort also provided these to me. I'll put a link in the description. It's called Bag of Violence. Use that link in the description if you want to help out my channel. People who don't collect McFarlane toys argue with me on this, but McFarlane Toys has the same articulation as these Storm Collectibles figures, but they didn't perfect it, or is basically the retail version of it. I mean, they could easily do the same thing, but Todd has a hard time listening. For instance, what I mean is they have this as the shoulder covers and whatnot, and they have a joint going in the inside. In fact, I popped this arm off like almost damn near right away because of the way it works. But basically, it's a cover with a ball post going on the inside so you can get that butterfly joint and get the action up and down and whatnot. They use this softer material. McFarlane doesn't use this softer material, and in this case, they used it here and here. And typically on their other figures that I own, there's some type of armor over there supporting that. But since there is no armor in this case, it makes the skin a little bit too pliable and whatnot. And it's kind of is a hindrance. And this thing right here is not glued in place. It's a separate piece that has a tendency of popping off, and I had to plug it back in. And to do that, you got to stick something under there and then plug it in there and hope it sticks. But because of the way it works, there's an inside skeleton, which McFarlane doesn't do also. Like this figure right here, it has a pliable jacket and whatnot, so you can get some type of motion and whatnot like he gets. But it's a hard piece under there instead of an inside skeleton, so the arms don't crunch in as much as something like this would do. And there I go, popping the ball joint. And also there's a post going up into the neck that will give you extra neck articulation without breaking the sculpt. And this, oh boy, this is what I'm talking about. I don't know if this is going to keep happening. So basically, this soft thing, being as soft as it is, although it gives you better articulation, and this is the same way, it's a hindrance because now I have the legs overlapping this, and when I try to kick it up, it's pushing that, and I am definitely afraid that I will rip this. Now, I didn't pay for it, but I don't want to break it at the same time. So you got to actually work with that to get the leg to kick up about 90 degrees. Oh yeah. But underneath of that, with all that out of the way, you still get a waist rotation right there on a ball joint. So you can rock back and forth and whatnot. But I was still definitely, looking at this and how soft it is, I would definitely still say be careful. And up here you get the torso rock and all that. But you get all that gappage going forward. And it's the same deal as down there. All that gets in the way. So that is the main gripe I have with this figure. The main gripe. There is one more still. I showed the torso articulation, including the neck and whatnot, and the head rotates and whatnot, and you get side to side. But the arms also go out on the hinge. They can get all the way out. They rotate. Get the bicep swivel. Next gripe, you do have double jointed elbows technically, but because of the sculpt, that's only 90 degrees. Universal wrists. The hands that are actually open or splayed, he comes with another hand, this one right here, and of course another fist. The rubber or the plastic is super duper pliable, but the hips can go out pretty much almost 90. You can kick forward 90, you can kick all the way back due to the soft pliable material right there. Knees, oh wait, there is a swivel under there just like the McFarlane. It's all the way up at the top, so you get that. There's no type of thigh cut, and the knees are, you can bend that much, but I think I'm gonna break it if I bend in even more than that, because this is not a soft pliable material. And you see my warning at the beginning of the videos, but these figures aren't for kids at all. This is very sharp and hard. Ankle motion does this, which is a lot, and that, and you get ankle pivot. Close up on the face. It looks like what I have seen from the video game. I only played this a couple times with my son. Here's that ponytail right there. This does not rotate or anything inside of that little socket. At least I don't think it does. I don't want to break it. But that's that head, and you can pop it off of the socket. I had to do that off camera, but here's what you're working with. And he has another head. And the shoulder spikes are sharp too, so be careful. There is no satisfying pop when you put this on, but here he is with his mouth more open. You can see the inside is like a purplish color, and then the tongue has a hint of red in there. So yeah. If I had to give this thing like a number grade, I guess I would have to give him like a 7 out of 10. I don't normally do that. Like, it's almost there, but certain stuff is so aggravating it takes away from the overall experience. But it is decently painted, or nicely painted. In most areas, I think I saw on this thumb it is scratched out of package, but I could look at that as normal wear and tear on his body from fighting, but it's actually the paint scraped off. But yeah, it's painted nicely otherwise and whatnot. So yeah, this guy is appropriately huge. He is like 10 inches tall. For whatever reason, Storm Collectibles hasn't released any of the superheroes from Injustice. So here's this right here. They do have Darkseid and Lobo from that game as well. This is a typical Storm Collectibles heighted dude right there. McFarlane Toys Superman, Wicked Cool Toys Halo, and this is a 6-inch G.I. Joe Classified. But yeah, I'm gonna have to take my number grade down to 6, because that popping out all the time, trying to work around this, trying to work around that, really takes away from the experience, like a lot. And yeah, that's frustrating. I wish that wasn't a thing. I wish maybe this part of the waist was a little bit more rigid. I mean, or maybe I don't know, they tried to sculpt it to be as exact as possible, but with them making that slender and not loose, it just get jammed up right there. And these thighs, these hips are really bulbous right there at the top, so they definitely eat up on that, and that is frustrating. And I would suggest I might even just go ahead and glue that on there, because there's no reason for that to pop off at all. I mean, it leaves 2 holes, and they aren't in the nipple area. So yeah, but the face sculpt and paint and the sculpting altogether is good. The articulation is decent, minus the knees that don't bend more than 90 degrees and the elbows. So yeah, if you like what you see, then good, go out and get it. If you don't like what you see or the things I talked about, I don't get it. If you like Doomsday, get it, because there aren't that many good figures of him anyway. Thank you again, No Effort Randomness, for the random birthday gift. And yeah, I'll have a link to him because he's on Amazon as well if you're interested. Thank you for watching. T-Man978 out of here. Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. Click the videos. Click the fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click